Hey y'all, it's Kat. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to a new channel name. So if you clicked on thinking you were going to see Southern Farm and Kitchen, well, you still kind of are. But it is our 252 life, our North Carolina coastal farm life, and I hope that you enjoy the new content that I've got coming for you. I have been on hiatus. I have missed each and every one of you, and I want to say thank you to everybody who stayed in touch with me, asking me how Bob and I were. I cannot thank you enough. I have got some stuff from the garden that I have got to get preserved and put away, that you saw me there picking some dill for these refrigerator pickles. So that's what I'm going to do. It's easy peasy. Does anybody else just love a fresh garden cucumber? I can eat it right out the garden. You don't have to bring it in. You don't have to do anything. You don't even really have to wash it, but don't tell everybody that. And I adore them. So I'm going to slice up these pickles and put them in a jar. There's that dill again. Just a big old handful of dill going in. And then you're going to pack the cucumbers in on top of it. It couldn't be easier. Now these are not for long-term storage. These are for quick eating. So you're going to want to eat them within a couple of weeks. I usually do it. They don't even last a week here, so I don't even know why I'm saying that. So I packed them in there tight. This is equal parts. I'll try to remember to write it down below for you guys, but it's equal parts. A cup of water, a cup of vinegar, a couple tablespoons of salt. That really just depends on how salty that you want the pickle. And of course that fresh dill is what's really going to play the part there. I added some black pepper in there, and I think like a dash of like an all-purpose seasoning, just something to give it a little extra flavor. And in the fridge it goes. You can see there it's back in June. So in the fridge it goes for, like I said, just a week or so, and it is perfect on a cheeseburger. You know you like it on a cheeseburger. So this is my basil. It has grown up big and huge and fluffy. So I am going to pluck it, which most of you know if you grow basil, once you pluck it, it comes back bigger, fuller, and thicker every time. So this is going to be my second harvest off of this basil, and I'm going to make handmade pesto for the fridge. In other words, I'm not going to put it in my food processor. I'm going to chop it old school. I don't know, it's kind of therapeutic for me. Okay, so after you get it all chopped, however you decide to chop it, put in as much garlic as you want. I'm not giving you a number to put in because there is no number. You either like a little bit of garlic, no garlic, or a whole lot of garlic, like keep the vampire away kind of garlic. I just put in about a cup of olive oil. I want to just cover what I've chopped. That's all you're going to do, and you're going to stir it really good. I think I do add like a little bit more, but I add some whole leaves right on top of it, kind of press it down a little bit, kind of protect it, keep its color, and as you can see there, it is a beautiful green. The chopping made it look really dark, but it's a beautiful green pesto, y'all. Alright, so this is actually the basil that was left that didn't get turned into pesto. Quite a bit. I'm going to put this in the oven at 200 degrees for about 5.5 hours. Easy peasy, dried basil. There you go. Fresh off the farm. Doesn't look like much because it's actually not much, but it looked like, you know, like big piles on that pan, but that's what I got out of it. 3 of these little containers. But that's good. I mean, it's homegrown. I know exactly what's in it. It's just 100% basil, and that's what I like about it. So I ended up drying it for about, it's close to 6 hours. It was pretty wet, pretty moist. But there you go. That's what I got. All right, so it's really bright out here, and I can't see a thing on this camera, so I hope you can see all this dill. I actually just picked the flowers off of this last night. I came out here to do a nighttime water. So once well, there's one there. I don't know if you can see it or not. Maybe I can get in the shadow here. But once it goes to flower, it starts to die out. You're going to lose all of your leaves like this, and you don't want that to happen because you've invested time in it. So right now I'm going to pick all of this off. I'm going to wash it, let it dry really, really good, and I'm going to oven dry it and use it for pasta salads and everything in between. So don't let your dill go to waste, y'all. Alright, so I've brought it in and I have washed it and dried it really good. It's a little bit of moisture to it, not too much, not terrible. So I've got the oven preheating at 200 degrees. I'm going to check it at 25 minutes because this does not take as long as the basil did. I am using the same pan that I used for the basil, waste not, want not. And I'll check it at 25 minutes. If it starts to crunch, it's good to go. If not, I'll just check it every 10 minutes after that. Smells like a pickle. Alright, there is my dill after about 30-35 minutes. Right there. It doesn't seem like a lot because it's not a lot, but at least it didn't go to waste. So I just keep it up in the cabinet and it lasts for months on end. So in addition to a lot of diet changes, we've always been huge vegetable eaters, but it's gotten really crazy here lately, trying a lot of new vegetables. This is savory cabbage, which I've never had. I've had regular cabbage. I've had Napa cabbage, red cabbage, which I call purple cabbage because clearly it is purple. But I've never had this. So I bought that yesterday. So what I'm going to do now is I'm not going to wash it. Not yet. I'm going to portion it out. Sometimes I will just stir fry this with a little cocoa aminos or sesame oil or both, or just with a little sausage or something like that, and have a snack or a lunch. But I don't wash it until I'm ready to use it. So what I'm going to do right now is just clean it really quick and get it in a container and put it in the refrigerator. No water. Water is the enemy. Alright, so tonight Bob is going to have some leftovers. I wanted to show you what I do with some of this cabbage. I've got about, I don't know, a quarter of a smoked sausage there and 4 of the baby portobello mushrooms. I just kind of cut the top of them a little bit and make them pretty. Don't worry, I ate the little piece that I cut off of there. But I'm going to saute these in avocado oil. That's my new oil of choice for high frying, because you know you can fry it up to 500 degrees. It's got a high smoke point. So I'm going to sear this off a little bit, cook it down, and then add some cabbage. Did I make you dizzy? I'm sorry. Alright, so I just cooked it until the sausage was brown. I added about a quarter of a cup of water just to deglaze the bottom. And I'm going to stir everything until it wilts down. Easy peasy. That's all I'm saying. Easy peasy. Alright, so when it's done, I add some chow mein noodles to the top for a little bit of crunch. I add some soy sauce or liquid aminos, whatever you like. It's completely optional. And then I add a drizzle of sesame seed oil, and I added some sesame seeds on top for prettiness, because I actually can't taste them. And that's it. It's so delicious, y'all. Alright, so I'm going to end this video real quick. I don't have anything left to, preserve or anything like that, but I want to show you one more snack that I've been making with this cabbage. So you got a strip of bacon here. Not the healthiest in the world, but it beats some things out there. Some of those cabbage leaves. We're going to add a few green onion right there. And then a couple of mushrooms right there. Just like that. Can you see? Then you take that bacon just like that. And you're going to attempt to roll it, kind of zigzag it a little bit, just like that. I'd say easy peasy, but it's actually a pain in the butt. After I got those rolled, and I don't know why they were being such a pain in the tush, but after you get those rolled, you're going to put them in a medium to medium high frying pan, like right here. Non-stick is what I prefer to use. Seam side down. And you're going to sear them really, really brown. I like them very, very crispy, but if you like raw bacon, you do you, boo. You do whatever you want to do. But I'm going to make some sauce to go on these. You can dip these in soy sauce too if you like. That's actually really, really good. And these would be good rolled with like beef brisket strips. That would be good. Pardon me, do you have any grape Poupon? Yes, I do. So you're going to want some Dijon mustard, about a tablespoon to 2 tablespoons. Just depends on how much sauce you want. And you're going to put that in a cup, bowl, or what have you, with some honey. See my little honey bear right there? Wish I had some local honey, but I cannot find any. So, well, I digress. We got to do what we got to do. And you're going to mix that until it's nice and creamy and delicious. I haven't tried it with any other dipping sauces. So if you guys give this a whirl, little cabbage rolls with bacon, and you try it with a dipping sauce, leave me a comment. Let me know. I'm going to drizzle that right over the top. Y'all, this is so good. We just sit here and snacked on it. All right, that is going to do it for this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new. I'd love to have you stick around. I'll catch you on the next one. Take care, my friends, and may God always bless you.